decision. But Fightful has been told by sources connected to Okada, AEW, and WWE that this appears to be very premature. So a lot of the rumors that you heard regarding Okada about him possibly having his sights set on WWE, and if he does go to WWE, from what it looks like, he's going to be going straight down to NXT. Personally, they are debunked by Fightful. Okada has yet to make a decision on where he wants to go, and I'm going to say this right here, right now. When it comes to Okada, if Okada goes to the WWE and he goes straight down to NXT, in hindsight, you would understand why people would be upset, because Okada is a big star in Japan, and you really want to treat him like a big deal. But you can also make the argument that Shinsuke Nakamura went through NXT. Bobby Roode went through NXT. Samoa Joe went through NXT. Kevin Steen, a.k.a. Kevin Owens, went through NXT. You know, they went through NXT, but at the time it was a very different NXT. You know, the black and gold NXT is completely different than the NXT that we get now. And Okada going to NXT, in my opinion, I don't know. I don't think that'd be a great decision. Now, in hindsight, you know, you have guys like AJ Styles that were thrusted straight to the main roster. They never went to NXT. And in multiple interviews, AJ Styles has stated that, like, I wish I went through NXT to learn the WWE style and to learn the WWE production way of doing things, which that is a very, very, very valid argument to make. And when it comes to Okada, the thing is, he doesn't really need NXT. But at the same time, I think WWE would want Okada to learn the WWE way of doing things, because they have their own style that they follow. And maybe they can give Okada maybe private lessons on how to, like, you know, look at the hard cam, all that type of stuff. But when it comes to NXT, I think that is a little bit far-fetched, but I would understand why they would want to put him in NXT for a short amount of time. Now, where is he going to land? Is he going to land with WWE? Is he going to land with AEW? These are interesting questions that we need to ask ourselves. I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, he's going to be treated better in one place and he's going to be treated like shit in the other place. If anything, if he goes to AEW, I think he's going to be treated like a big deal. Much like Will Ospreay, Ospreay is going to be treated as a big deal. AEW currently right now are in the running to land Mercedes Moné as well. They've signed Will Ospreay, even though he's still finishing up dates with New Japan Pro Wrestling, but they've signed Will Ospreay and he's guaranteed to show up in AEW next month. Mercedes Moné is still a free agent, and I believe her contract is officially up, I believe, next month. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or she is currently a free agent right now. Mercedes Moné currently is, in the running for AEW. AEW is in the running for Mercedes Moné. And I guarantee you, with the improvements, the little baby steps and the little improvements that AEW is making in the women's division, I think it's pretty obvious that if they bring Mercedes Moné, they are going to make Mercedes Moné as the focal point of that women's division. End off. Nobody else. Fuck Baker, fuck everybody else. They are going to make Mercedes Moné the focal point because they know how big of a deal Mercedes Moné can be. And the benefit that Mercedes Moné can bring if she goes to AEW. So when it comes to Kazuchika Okada, he'd be treated very well in AEW. Even though the AEW audience knows who Kazuchika Okada is, I think he'd be treated like a legitimate main eventer. That doesn't mean he's going to go straight after the AEW World Championship. People have this perception that once they sign a big free agent, they're going to thrust him immediately to the world title. No, they're going to do a little bit of build-up. And that's what they need to do. That's what they're going to do with Will Ospreay, and that's what I assume they're going to be doing with Kazuchika Okada. They did that with Jay White. He did get a title match. Jay White is in a much different position right now, but, at least he's doing stuff. But AEW is not a bad option for Kazuchika Okada. But we have seen Kazuchika Okada in AEW already. We've seen him in AEW. I wouldn't be mad that he showed up in AEW. I think he is set to go to AEW. But WWE, let's look at WWE. This stage of the game, people are saying he'd get buried by the WWE. Look, if Vince McMahon was still running the organization, if he was still running things in creative, Vince McMahon would absolutely treat him like dog shit. They would probably book him just as bad as TNA booked Okada all those years ago. Remember Vince Russo they put Okada in a freaking mask. You remember that? Vince Russo, oh my God. Vince Russo, TNA. People talk greatly about TNA, and trust me, TNA does hold a special place in my heart, but at the same time, they did a lot of stupid shit. They did a lot of stupid shit. And Okada was one of them. But WWE now is a different company. You know, the way we look at B shows, we look at shows like Elimination Chamber and Backlash. Those are no longer generic pay-per-views. Those are international mega shows that we get nowadays. WWE, their motto right now, and this is cold hard facts, and I don't care if anybody disagrees with me, and it is great business on their front. Their whole motto is global fucking domination. That is their motto. That is WWE's motto right now. And if they land a guy like Kazuchika Okada, you can make the argument that the casual audience does not know who Kazuchika Okada is. And I would definitely agree with you with that. But WWE, with the resources that they have, with the resources that WWE has right now, they can figure out a way to introduce Kazuchika Okada to the casual audience. They can figure out a way to do it because they have the resources to do it. AEW has the resources to do it, but they do things very differently down in AEW. AEW is like, okay, let's bring this guy down here. You already know who he is. That is Okada. In WWE, they will literally give you video packages after video packages after video packages on Kazuchika Okada. And very well-produced video packages on Kazuchika Okada, introducing you who he is and why he is coming into the WWE. Look at the way that they're treating Shinsuke Nakamura right now. Shinsuke Nakamura is doing much better work now than he was doing a couple of years ago with, under Vince McMahon. Kazuchika Okada could easily be successful in the WWE. If you're one of those people on the internet saying that Kazuchika Okada, if he goes to the WWE, he's going to be buried, clearly you are not following WWE in this day and age, because this is a very different WWE than it was 2 years ago. WWE is a completely different organization right now. And if they land Okada, that'd be a great move for Okada. I think he'd be very successful. I think he would be very successful. Anywhere he goes, if it's WWE or AEW, they will know the value that they have in a guy like Kazuchika Okada.
Thanks guys so much for watching this clip from the Wrestle Havoc podcast. If you guys want to watch more content like this, please make sure to like and subscribe to the Wrestle Havoc channel right here on YouTube, in which we discuss everything in and outside of the squared circle. Please make sure to like and subscribe for more content, and as the frickin' referee would say, ring, ring, ring that damn bell for more notifications.